first set of that particular non-terminal which appears to the right. Okay, so that is the second rule over here. Now going to the third rule. Now this whatever we are doing, that's an algorithm, okay, or these are the rules that are used for computing follow. They are in the notes formally defined, so please refer the notes because it can appear as a theory question. Next thing is, suppose if you have a production of the type A derives alpha B. So suppose if we have this particular rule, then follow of B is equal to follow of A. So what does this mean is, if you want to find a follow of a non-terminal which appears to be the last symbol in the sentential form, then the follow of that particular non-terminal is equal to the follow of the left-hand side. And in addition to this, there is one more rule which says that if you have a production of the type A derives okay, we'll just right now restrict ourselves only till here. Okay, so these three rules, we'll see that special case later when you take the example, not to confuse. So just to reiterate, there are three rules. Follow the start symbol will always contain a dollar in case even if it does not appear anywhere in the right hand side. Follow of capital B in a production of this particular form, A derives alpha, B beta, will be equal to the first of beta minus epsilon. And lastly, follow of B in a production of the type A derives alpha B will be equal to the follow of A. Okay, so I believe that you all do remember finding the first sets because that is required as a prerequisite over here. So to begin with, so let's start with some practice problems. We can call them as practice problems only. So let's consider a grammar. H derives A, B, D, H. B derives small c, capital C. C derives small b, capital C or epsilon. D derives E, F. E derives G or epsilon. F derives F or epsilon. Okay. So what we can do here is can divide this into two halves. Okay. So first we'll write the first sets, and on the right hand side we can write the follow. Okay. So let's start writing. So we want to find the first of please parallelly simultaneously solve this. At least solve the first completing the first sets so we can finish it faster. Okay, so starting from the last one, what is the first of F? First of F is F and epsilon. Then first of G, first of E is G comma epsilon. Then first of D is What? What is first of D? This is a bit tricky, right? First of D. G, F and epsilon. So G, F and epsilon. Then first of C will be equal to B and epsilon, if I'm not wrong. First of B will be equal to C, and first of S will be equal to A. Okay. So these are the first sets. I will find the follow. Follow of S, follow of B, follow of C, follow of D, follow of E, and follow of F. Okay, so to start with, as per our basic rule that we discussed, the follow of the start symbol will always contain a dollar. So let's put a dollar and we'll wait. Or I think so we need not wait, because we can see that S appears only, rather S does not appear anywhere in the right hand side. So whenever this is a case wherein S appears only as the left hand side as a start symbol, by default dollar is a compulsory element in the follow set. So that's it. So we need not wait and check for more right hand sets. Now follow of B. I mean, we are computing the follow of B in this particular case. What we need to do is we need to apply the rule A derives. Okay. Before that, what we'll do is, before applying the rule, let's try to figure out first of all where all B is appearing. So S derives A, B, D, H, and yeah, I think so. That is all. And only in this production, this particular B appears. So as per this, RHS follow of B will be equal to the first of beta. Now first of beta in this case is this entire thing, okay, DH will be equal to first of DH minus epsilon. So first of DH will be nothing but equal to, actually if you write it in the simpler form, it will be first of D minus epsilon. After that, look at the first set of D. First set of D contains G, F and epsilon, correct? So it will contain G, F, okay. So now since it contains G, F and epsilon, we got G, F, okay. Now G, F and epsilon, and at the same time what we have to do here is we have to ignore that particular epsilon. Ignore the epsilon that we have in the first set. Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay, I thought I got disconnected. Okay, so what I was saying over here is now this is a bit, I can say it's a bit tricky, as in now to find a follow of b, we have to find it will be equal to first of this entire thing minus epsilon. Okay, now first of d is containing g, f, and epsilon. So if I just write this RHS over here, a, b, d, h. Okay, so follow of b will be equal to first of whatever d minus epsilon. So g, h, g and f is there by default. Okay. Now it also contains epsilon. So this entire thing that I have written over here, if I substitute this, then it can take the values g, it can take the value f, and it can take the value epsilon. So if it takes the value epsilon, this gets transformed into a b epsilon h, which is nothing but a b h, correct? So now if this is the case, now if you find the follow of b, it will be equal to first of whatever appears immediately to the right, first of h. So that gives you h. So based on that, what we get over here is this. Okay. So follow of b will contain three elements G, F, and H. Okay. Now follow of C. Can someone tell me what will be the follow of C? So to find the follow of C, uh, I'll just wipe this whatever is there on the lower portion over here, so that I can write over there as well as we can discuss. Now what we want to find is we want to find the follow of C. So for this, we need to, what I should say, we need to visit those productions which contain C on the right hand side. So we have two productions, B derives small c capital C and C derives small b capital C. Only these two productions are having it, correct? So let's look at our rules. Now what this particular rule says is, suppose if we have the production of the form A derives alpha B, where we need to find the follow of B. In such a case, follow of B will be equal to follow of A. Why follow of B will be equal to follow of A is because after B, we do not have anything following it. So in such cases, when that non-terminal whose follow is to be computed is the last symbol on the right hand side, then its follow will be equal to the follow of whatever appears on the left hand side. So based on this particular rule, what we will have to conclude over here is follow of this particular C that we are trying to compute will be equal to follow of B. So follow of B we have already computed. So as per that, follow of C will be equal to G, F, and H. Okay. So follow of C will be equal to follow of whatever is on the left hand side. Now in this particular case, we can see that follow of C that we need to compute for this particular based on this particular production has the left hand side as follow of C, has the left hand side as C itself. So follow of C in this case will be equal to follow of C, which is nothing but GFH. So we need not rewrite it because we already written it once. The next thing is, just excuse me for a minute. Lionel, am I audible now? Okay, sorry, I think, I don't know what was the problem. So coming to the follow of D, now follow of D will be, can someone tell me what will be the follow of D? Mahip is saying follow of D will be equal to H, okay, because as per this we need to check the first of H. First of H will be the terminal itself. Follow of E, so E appears just once. So follow of E will be equal to first of F. So first of F is F and epsilon. So first of F is F and epsilon. What is the follow of E? So we have to find a follow of E, for which we have to consider this production. D derives E F. So the follow of E will be equal to first of F minus epsilon. So first of F is containing two things. Sorry, first of F is just having one, that is F, right, and epsilon. So one thing is for sure that if I just rewrite this particular production by substituting whatever elements are in first, what we'll get is D derives E F or D derives E epsilon. So D derives E epsilon is as good as we get the production in this form. So based on this, our follow of E will be containing F over here, and based on this, that is when we put epsilon over there, this remain just becomes E. So in this case, the follow of E will be equal to follow of D. So follow of D is already computed as H, so H. And finally coming to follow of F. Follow of F means F appears only in one RHS, that is D derives EF. So follow of F will be equal to follow of D. F appears only here, right? So in this case, it will be directly equal to follow of D. So follow of D is H. So H. Is it clear? I understand it is a bit tricky kind of thing, as in it's a bit slightly twisted as compared to finding the first sets. But I think if when we take more problems, it should be clear. So shall we go for the next problem and then see whether we are getting clarity on this or not, or there won't be any of this particular part to be explained again. We'll go to the next problem instead of spending time on the same. So that we can get, I can say, practice of another problem also. So note down the next grammar. Next grammar, we'll just take a smaller one. S derives capital A derives AB or AD, B derives small b, and C derives G. Okay. So now what we need to do over here is we need to find the first and follow. So again we can divide our workspace into two halves. First we'll find the first of each of this. So first of C is G, first of B is equal to B, first of A is equal to what? First of A is equal to what? Can someone tell me? This problem, the grammar is simple, but again there is a twist in this problem. So quickly, can someone tell me what you all feel? I'll rewrite the production over here. A derives AB or AD. Can someone tell me what is the first set of A based on this particular production? Or can you all figure out whether there is something wrong with this particular production? Something wrong in the sense, some concept that we have learned earlier this week. Is there something of that sort happening in this grammar, in this production? It's calling itself, correct? So, yeah. So in this case, we can see that if I just write it in the form the way we learned it under the topic left recursion, if I just reorder this, what we have is A derives AD or AB. Okay. So now this is in the form of a left recursive production or left recursive grammar. So in such cases, we need to be a bit careful, because what we need to do in this case is we need to first first eliminate the left recursion. Okay, so what I'll do here is, just for our ease of understanding, I've rewritten, or I just reordered the productions for A. So now it is in the form A derives A alpha or beta. This entire thing is beta of yours, this is alpha, and obviously this is your A. So by rewriting this production, what we will get is A derives beta A dash. So beta is A capital B A dash. And A dash is written in the form of A dash gives alpha. Alpha is D over here, A dash or epsilon. Okay. So so this is our non-left recursive grammar rules corresponding to this particular rule. Okay. So now what we need to do is, I'm just doing the changes here itself. I can say to save time. What we have to do is, we have to wipe out this particular rule. What you all should do is, over there is, you all have to rewrite the whole grammar in this form. Okay, so now our grammar is this entire 5 rules. Okay, of course this is correct till here, because first of B will remain B only, first of C will remain G only. Now check for first of A. Now as per this particular new rules, first of A will be equal to small a, and first of S will be equal to first of A, and first of A is small a. Okay, so till here all good. Now what is remaining here is this one. We need to find the first of A dash as well, because we have introduced it as a new non-terminal. So first of A dash will be equal to D comma epsilon. Is it fine till here? For this type of grammars, what we are supposed to do, anytime when we are supposed to find first and follow, or in case when we'll be using these concepts in the parsers, that time, suppose a parser requires our initial computation of first and follow, then first thing what we need to check is, in case the grammar itself is having left recursion. If it has left recursion, we'll have to remove the left recursion, then find first and follow. Clear? So continuing with the follow set for this. So follow of S, I'm just taking a shortcut over here. I'm just writing A, B, C, and A dash, just to save time. So obviously follow of S will be dollar. Does not appear anywhere else, I believe. Follow of A. So follow of A. We can see that A appears only in the first production. S derives A. So the follow of A will be equal to dollar. Now next is follow of B. We need to compute. We can see that B appears over here. So follow of B will be equal to first of A dash. First of A dash is D and epsilon. Correct? So follow of B will be equal to first of A dash, which is D minus epsilon. So epsilon we cannot consider. And when you substitute epsilon over here, what will happen is it's as good as this is disappearing. This is not there. So now, based on the change that happened over here, follow of B will be equal to follow of A. So a dollar will come over here. Next thing is follow of C. So check if C appears anywhere on the right hand side. So C in this case does not appear anywhere on the right hand side. Now this is a pure case or a real case of not applicable. So now I'm just writing this as NA over here. Please see that when you write the solution in your exam, please write what is not applicable like this, or directly here itself you can write the full form, not applicable, whatever. Okay. And lastly, we have to find the follow of A dash. Follow of A dash means look out for the productions wherein A dash appears in the right hand side. So A dash appears in the right hand side in two productions, over here and over here. So as per this, follow of A dash will be equal to follow of A, and follow of A dash equal to follow of A dash. So follow of A dash equal to follow of A means it will be dollar. Okay. Is it clear? Anyone has any doubts in this type of grammar? It is simple. Only thing is it is slightly twisted because we have been given a grammar which contains left recursive production. I believe that it's clear. Please see that you all practice this. Whatever problems are solved, see that you all practice it yourself without looking into the solutions, and then you all can cross-check with the solutions that we have got. The reason I'm telling you all again and again is because when we start with parsers, I cannot sit solving this first and follow when we start with parsers. I'll directly consider whatever is the first and follow, and then proceed with the parser problems. Okay. So taking up the next problem, A, B, or B, A, sorry, B, 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 A gives epsilon, and B gives another epsilon. I think I've solved many problems now, and quite slowly. So I think you all should make an attempt to solve this. Please try. And as and when you are solving, please give me the answers. First, we are finding the first of these three things as A and B. So one by one, please tell me each of these. We'll go in the reverse order as usual. Tell me what is the first of B. Okay, so first of B is epsilon. First of A, I believe it is again epsilon. Now can you tell me what is the first of S? A comma B. Okay, that's great. So now we find the follow sets. The best one is finding the follow of S. I believe that everyone should be able to find the follow of the start symbol. What about follow of A and B? What is the follow of A? So for follow of A, where you need to look at, follow. For follow of A, we should look at this, and for follow of B, we need to look at. Okay, follow of A, we need to look at this and this. For follow of B, we need to look at this and this. So A comma B over here and A comma B over here. Okay. I believe you'll got a hang of this particular set of problems or this concepts. Okay. Okay. Now we'll take our most common grammar, which appears almost like at least once everywhere. Please start solving. You'll have to find the first and follow sets of these grammar rules. So this will be the first set. I'm just writing on top headers, and this will be the follow sets. So whoever is unmute the mic, unless it's required, please mute it. I've recorded the attendance twice. Once at 11:56 a.m. and now at 12:23 p.m. There's one small correction over here. This is E dash, okay? The second production. You'll have to find the first and follow of E, E dash, T, T dash, and F. So what is the first of F? I think it is epsilon, sorry, open bracket and ID. What about T dash? What is the first set of T dash? Quick, we just have another 4 minutes. Okay, open bracket and ID. Saish, it is open bracket, it is not C. Please check if this is correct. Okay, then what about the follow sets E, E dash, E, E dash, and F? So if you want to find the follow of say E, check if E appears anywhere in the right hand side. Okay, so doesn't appear in first, second, third, fourth, fifth it appears. Okay, but by default, as per the rule, the follow set of the start symbol should contain a dollar. But if the start symbol does appear in anywhere, in the productions, then we need to compute the follow specifically with regards to that particular production rule. So now we can see that E appears over here. So what immediately follows E is a close bracket. So follow of E in this case will be equal to first of this particular close bracket. So first of our terminal is the terminal itself. So based on that particular rule, it will be a close bracket over here. Next is the follow of E dash. The follow of E dash is to be computed by referring to this particular production. So follow of E dash will be equal to follow of E. So that is nothing but dollar comma close bracket. Then follow of T will be equal to where T appears. T appears in first production and T appears in the second production as well. So the follow of T based on first production will be equal to first of E dash. So first of E dash is equal to first of E dash is equal to plus and epsilon, right? So plus and epsilon means, suppose if I put epsilon over here, this will just remain T. So in that case, follow of T will be equal to follow of E. So dollar and close bracket. Based on the second production, the follow of T will be equal to first of E dash. So I believe it's again the same thing. So follow of T will be these three elements plus dollar and close bracket. Follow of T dash will be equal to can someone tell me follow of T dash? T appears over here. I think so. This is the only place. No, T appears over here also. So follow of T dash will be equal to follow of T. So follow of T dash equal to follow of T means plus dollar and close bracket. And finally, follow of this is, I think so, just F, not F dash. So follow of F will be equal to where F appears on the right hand side. F appears here and F appears here also. So follow of F based on this will be equal to first of T dash. So first of T dash is asterisk and epsilon. So if I put epsilon over here, follow of F will be equal to follow of T. So follow of T is plus dollar close bracket and follow of F will be equal to first of T dash. So that is all. Okay. So that is all in the first and follow. I'm recording the attendance again for the last time for this particular class. So yes, this is all about first and follow. I believe it must be clear to you all. Okay. So that is all for today. Wishing you all a very happy Diwali. And yeah, take care. See you all.